Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2022 NADGT Zanfel Premier Tour at New World Sports Complex. We've got the final 9 holes. This event is presented by Prodigy, Jacksonville, Florida. Conrad, we're back here. Run Productions bringing you this coverage. What are we looking at here after a tough front 9?
We have very little movement on the scoreboard, but we do have a new stretch of baskets to play to. We're playing the white long for the back 9. And we have Mr. Ryan Perkins. He is still sitting at 12 under, still leading the event. Playing out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, won this event last year.
We have Wes Johnson playing out of Savannah, still sitting at 3 under. We have Josh Hatcher playing out of Ormond Beach, Florida. Team New World player. And we have Jonathan Crowe playing out of Jacksonville, Florida. Again, Team New World. He is currently sitting at 6 over.
We'll start things off here on hole 10, a par 4 coming in at 610 feet. Pretty much a straight shot the entire way. There is some out of bounds on the right hand side and a distant cart path. The trickiness kind of comes in as you start to approach the green side here. Just a couple of scattered trees that are going to affect your angle of approach coming into this basket here. You see this one final one on the right hand side really kind of blocks off your hyzer. So positioning on the first shot really will determine how you're going to attack this for the birdie.
And I do believe that the OB plays cart path on both sides, left and right.
This looks a little nose up and is drifting towards the right, but will be safe and in play.
Yep.
So we had mentioned on the front half, Wes was playing this course blind, so he was up there trying to get an idea of where this basket actually ends up finishing at. Doing a little course maintenance here.
Gets cut down by some limbs. Takes a little bit of steam off of it, puts him by a bush. You may have a little awkward footing, but still a very approachable lie. Wes is playing the course like he doesn't know exactly where he's going.
Yeah.
Like that was an intentional shot, but that's not really a play to get a bird on this hole.
Yeah, and he's going to realize that when he gets up to his lie. And the same tree comes into play there for Josh, it looks like.
Yeah, but it looks like he dropped him straight down.
You see here, not very favorable. He's like, I didn't realize out of bounds was that close. Playing the wide right side, but there's one of those trees that we talked about.
Yeah, it's going to block his view.
There's just enough of them out here to kind of make a difference on several shots.
Is this a kneeling patent pending that he's doing? This is not quite, but
just throwing it up in the air on hyzer and letting it come back left. I'm surprised he got that much on it.
Well, it's him, so you know he doesn't need very. Yep, and that little bush is just awkward enough to make Ryan have to do some
mental gymnastics here along with some real gymnastics to try to get around this thing. It goes with a stable forehand, just not wide enough.
Yeah.
That
So
tree,
close.
That's a catcher's mitt if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, he'll still have a look at it, but that right there, just he could have had a lot more.
Get wide. Better approach angle there. Nicely done by the lefty. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. It's like 2 oh no's. Oh no, the tree, then oh no, the OB.
Does stay inbounds there. A little touch forehand approach here from Wes.
Might have been trying to throw that in.
Gets a little roll back towards the pin as a reward.
With like, yeah,
And,
oh, there it is.
Yep. Anthon Destroyer.
Careful, careful. Behind you.
And the vines tried to hold on to him a little longer. Fighting off the gnats there, Josh. I get it, man. I totally get it. There was, and we had bug spray.
Yeah.
And they were
like,
feasting on it.
They were like, tasty. You seasoned yourself. And you see Josh was sitting there. He was trying to like stay focused. Like,
yeah.
Just they're not here. They're not in my face. They're not in my face.
A couple of really good holes here for Jonathan Crowe. Starting off here with the birdie. We saw him get the big eagle on hole 9. But meanwhile at the top, the scores remain the same.
Moving on to hole 11, it is a par 3 coming in at 389 feet. You play over the small creek that really shouldn't come into play. You do have this cart path here that I believe is OB. Otherwise, you want to take an angle of attack into the green from the right on a hyzer or straight at it. And be sure to avoid the fire hydrant that's out in the middle of a golf course. There's a fire hydrant.
That is correct. It's Florida. You never know when fire's going to break out on a course. It's not the weirdest thing we've seen on a course.
True. Ooh, is it going to either keep going or...
Just don't go out of bounds.
All right, there you go. All right. Yeah, the cart path starts to open up as you go further right, so this is the angle that you really want to bring.
Mm-hmm. This looks fantastic.
Ooh, whoa.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Ryan's got some sneaky power, man.
Yeah.
It really is fun to see just the different approaches between his run-up
and everyone else.
And Josh and Wes.
Wes had the right idea, but he didn't have the right distance dialed in, so that's going to leave him circle 2. Looking straight at it, though.
Josh also going high right hyzer.
Trying to stall in there and
a little bit left of target, probably leaving him about circle's edge.
Still can't get over the fire hydrant, just inside the circle.
He's got the berg in hand, probably about 80 feet or so.
Maybe longer than that.
And he drives it in. See the run back here on that one. Through the gap there, he did have a little opening and finds its way all the way into the chains. And he's keeping it going. That's 3 holes in a row now. He's really kind of just turning this round around.
Yeah.
Jump approach is a little long left, or long right, I should say.
Have another birdie look here. Oh, just under the basket. Is he? Oh,
yep. Oh, that's fun.
He's trying. He's trying to do that for us.
He was. He blatantly said he was trying to get one on the highlight reel, and that one is going to skip off the basket. We did have a little bit of a issue here with the camera, so we didn't record the rest of the putts there, but you can see the scores there.
Chris walks away with the only bogey, and Jonathan walks away with the only bird.
Yeah, that brings us on to hole 12, par 4, 702 feet. One of the holes where water starts to come into play. Making your way up the middle here, or on the right-hand side will give you a hyzer look into the approach on the green. The water here on the right does play out of bounds. There is just natural OB on the left-hand side. If you get in that stuff, you're probably going to take an extra stroke. There's also thickness behind the basket that can definitely rob you of some strokes as well. Placement off the tee will kind of dictate whether or not you're laying up your second shot or trying to make a run at a birdie.
And the road is also OB that you have to think about on every shot. That was well turned over.
Yeah, it's very flippy disc.
Yeah.
He's going to have a forehand corridor there, or for him a backhand. This is more of a common play that we see, kind of staying on that right side to give you the hyzer look coming in.
Yep, staying short of the water and just... You're going to play it over the water and OB the rest of the way, though.
Mm-hmm. As long as this isn't too long,
that'll work too.
Good as well, yeah. You can see there the preference is to be right side. The left side brings in so many trees onto your second shot that it's just, oh boy.
Keep going, keep going.
And that's in that stuff that we talked about there. It is nearly impossible to save the birdie from there, or even the par becomes a real issue.
You can push out to somewhere safe. Try to have an approach, but he bounces into the OB.
He was able to get that disc back, which I don't know how we saw it as a black disc, but the water was just clear enough to be able to see it.
Here he goes over OB water, now over OB road and back in, but way too far. So has no look at the basket from where he's at. He's totally blocked off.
We'll have a weird shot just to get around and save par.
Yeah.
This looks very good. Just needs to get
long
there and
enough.
grab.
Yep. And you're not mad at that at all.
Leaves himself about 20 feet for the birdie.
When you look at the green, you have a very small landing area from the water to where it starts to get a little bit too thick to play out of.
And this is that left side. As you can see, just much more of a technical shot. Executed beautifully there.
Yes.
Jonathan, this is a totally different player from the front nine. I mean, from hole 9 on, he has just turned it on.
Yeah.
Probably calmed down. He's gotten out of his own head.
Get out of your head, bro.
Zone flick approach here.
It's a little bit more ground play than I expected, but still a puttable.
See what Ryan's dealing with here. Turning over a putter.
Ooh, he hit the line. There was so much danger.
Oh my goodness.
So much danger.
Very nice birdie there for Josh. Playing that right side, it just seems like it's the better play. The turbo connects for the par.
I tell you, Ryan has been wanting to try the turbo just a little bit more. Just watching him do it, and he does it like when I do it. There's like always some type of curvature to it, but he throws it like straight at it.
Mm-hmm. And the bogey there for Wes after going out of bounds. So he is dropping a couple of strokes here with the last couple holes to Ryan, making his lead that much more comfortable.
The National Amateur Disc Golf Tour is the only nationwide tour dedicated to amateurs, aspiring amateurs, and future professionals. With tournaments in all 50 states and Canada, the NADGT provides diverse competition. The National Amateur Disc Golf Tour is the best place to look for fun and competition, regardless of experience. Find a tournament near you, view the season schedule, and find additional information at nadgt.com.
Hole 13 is a par 3, playing at 400 feet. You want to come out of the gap here. You do have a golf green to contend with. And after the green, there's a small landing area before you actually get to the water hazard that is right in front of the basket. So off the tee, you have to make a decision whether you're going for the far side of the creek or the shorter side of the creek with one or the other, definitely. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was trying to be dramatic, but I messed it up.
Lost your train of thought?
Yeah.
What happens? This is pushing...
Ooh, and that is
past
the
the water.
long side. Yeah, there you go. I think I was trying to say there really isn't there is an advantage to being on the far side because you've, taken the OB out of play for that shot, for your next shot.
It's a tough birdie either way. I mean,
Yeah.
And there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, at 400 feet is a precision shot. It's turning a specific manner that isn't necessarily a natural shot.
Mm-hmm.
So really, a lot of these guys are just kind of laying up or trying to be short, and this is going to be right in the middle of that green.
Yeah.
Let's see what West does here after seeing Ryan go out of bounds. He is playing...
That is just fine.
He's still playing blind. He's asking about it. And yeah,
That's pretty good. So he'll be able to just get up and down there for the 3.
Yeah, and with the distance and just the layout of this hole, this is one that you have to make that decision early how you're going to play it.
So Ryan takes it back to the fringe here. He was asking about the pin, if he can pull that flag, but it's basically treated as part of the course. So you cannot pull it. Absolutely beautiful recovery shot there.
Didn't need to pull it.
Throwing an AVR right at it. It's a zone flick approach once more for Wes. Nice and wide.
And he hit the line. He wanted to make that in. He gave it a bid. Josh, after going OB.
It's a little wide right there.
Yep.
But he will minimize the damage. He's going to try and throw this Bergen again. Again, it was just a little straight.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite finish at it. Ryan dropping it in. So on the scorecard, he took a par. I don't know if that was scored incorrectly or if that green was a free relief back from it. But on the scorecard, it did come in as a par. Meanwhile, a bogey as Josh did go out of bounds in the water. Ryan just riding the par train on this back nine so far. Bringing us into hole 14, a par 3, 321 feet. Another left to right turning shot off of your tee pad. You're contending with these obstacles on the right hand side, that bush and that tree. Then you've got this nice body of water here protecting the green as well. This is a shorter hole there. I do not expect to see any layups. All these guys have plenty of distance to get to this pin. There may be a couple of extra obstacles like that you have to contend with.
That's motivation, not to go in the water.
That's true. And there were discs everywhere in that water.
Yeah.
As you got closer, you just saw them sprinkled in there. It looked like a wishing fountain at a mall.
I think that's short.
Oh, that it was short.
It's short.
He called it.
And that's one that this hole lines up well for the lefty backhand. It's a little disappointing there to not be able to cross over. Big forehand hyzer. And that is safe.
I'm just recalling me trying to tell you that there was gators in the pond. You like, so there's disc in the pond, so what?
Yeah, I immediately thought of the Innovator, not...
It's not real gators. Oh, and that
just
gets wet
short.
too.
Wes was surprised by that one. He really thought he had cleared it by quite a bit. Big booming left to right forehand on a spike.
Wow.
So he's got power from both sides.
Yeah.
That was a high spike forehand.
Yeah.
The gators back there enjoying it. There were at least 3 in there, right?
There's 4. There's a mama and then 3 babies.
Yeah. A Berg floaty up shot from across the water. You can see tour director Dave Feldberg there in one of the carts. The old zone.
Nice pole dance.
Ryan for birdie. Oh. Just splashes out the left side there.
Yeah, so close. Ooh. A little testy.
That one tried to push its way back out. We've seen these Prodigy baskets, this particular model, push discs back out, especially on the high side.
Mm-hmm.
They are notorious for pushing discs back out high.
Everyone else is just going to clean up their scores here.
Another par there for Mr. Perkins.
And the unfortunate bogey with West going OB.
Well, that drops him down to even now overall. And time to do some fishing there, as you see in the background. Be careful, there's gators in there.
Hole 15 is a par 3 coming in at 228. I think this is a long 228. You have this low ceiling right here in the mid of the flight, and then you have this raised fairway that makes the gap that you have to hit very particular to get to the green. But also behind the green there is a drop off. There is water. I don't think it's OB on the left, and there's natural OB on the right.
There is out of bounds water on the left.
Oh, it is OB. Ooh, he pulls that. But that is a very particular window that you have to be pushing through in order to get to the...
And yeah, there's no way this is 228. That's
Yeah.
an incorrect marker there.
Yeah.
This play is probably closer to 315, 320, somewhere around there. Because these guys are throwing drivers at it.
Yeah.
Well, this is a mid-range here, but we've seen what this man can do, so... That's flipped a little bit, and it needs to...
Well, it kicks and...
That may have stayed safe.
Yeah.
The out-of-bounds line is pretty far down there as the creek itself. Once you're surrounded by water, you're considered out of bounds there. Oh, goodness. That may have found... We don't see an out-of-bounds marker, so I think he's safe. Okay, he's on the high side still. You can see the water there.
Yeah.
Flicking something other than a zone, a rare occurrence here. And that one kicks back out to the middle of the fairway. And that one actually slid and rolled down into the out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
Good jump bid there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys.
Just flicking out.
So that was his fourth with the OB. Another Berg approach there for Jonathan.
Oh.
Just over the
Sailed
top.
it. But it stayed up. It's on the mound, so it's potential for it to roll down.
It's all pars. Like it's almost like it's destined. He can't get a birdie or a bogey at this point.
I think he's trying though.
He is trying.
He's not on cruise. He's not just...
Yeah. I've had plenty of rounds like that where it's like, man, I'm doing everything I can out here. And I am mustering up pars at best. And there you see the double there after the out of bounds for Josh. Coming on to hole 16. This is a fun one, a par 4, 579 feet. Off the tee here, you're going straight. Then you need to make a left-hand turn through 2 mandos here that force you to make a 90-degree turn coming back towards the green side here. The smoker and truck are not normally there, so they won't be in play for this round. But really it's just about getting off clean from the tee and then trying to make your approach onto a sandy green that can help catch and slow down your disc on approach.
The food from that smoker truck was good though. I wish it was there on a regular basis. That was...
And that does sneak by Mando there, or he hasn't missed it yet, one of the two.
Mr. Leffy going with the forehand here.
That is well within the Mando. Well done. The other Mando is almost the inside line, so you're not really going to see it from this camera angle.
Yeah.
This looks fine.
Nice and safe. And that's what you would do if you haven't played the course before. You want to...
Yeah, just take that Mando out of play.
Yeah.
Put it in the middle. Go from there.
Ooh, that was launched.
That needs to get left in a hurry, and that has missed, maybe?
He's not OB on the road. He is...
So they're trying to make a judgment here. They're kind of using the wall theory, so to say. So he has pushed past the secondary mandatory on the right-hand side. So
so they're calling it a miss, Mando.
And they're using that wall or line of play, so to say, from that mandatory. If you've pushed past it, then you've missed the Mando.
But technically, it should be marked from the
That's
tee.
true. Yeah,
I would argue. No, I wouldn't have, but not at this point in the round.
Yeah. So he launches one right side on hyzer.
He's going around that tree?
He is.
Oh, wow. Whoa, he went well around that tree. And past the basket as well. He's in circle 2.
He hasn't been playing MA1 very long either. Like, it's scary to think of how much more he's going to improve as he's in more and more tournaments of this caliber.
That gets sneaky.
Oh, fought through. Beauty.
Yeah.
Have that left for the birdie.
What's the over under on Ryan getting a par?
Oh, it's gonna be a par. He said, "Oh, no, though."
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
come
he
on
skips
back.
All right.
Come on back. It's got to be a par. That's a long putt. Is that the zone again? It is.
Wes has a little pattern going on in his score box, so he needs to...
It's a good shot there. Using the ground play to kind of check it up a little bit for him.
He's going for the horseshoe.
Ooh.
Like he had the line.
Yeah.
Bro.
Just behind it. Deep breath here. Hatcher long bid.
Oh.
Just short left. And the birdie look here for Jonathan.
Well, oh man, off the front of the cage and the side of the cage and one of the chains, and that just took the punishment for it.
We've all been there. Wes with this left here for par.
Keep the pattern going. Keep the pattern going. There it is.
Drops it in.
Now, I'm not wishing 2 bogeys on Wes at this point. That's not the case.
Right.
He can finish it out with a different pattern, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
I like patterns.
And par for Ryan. Let's go. You just got to do that 2 more times and you're the winner.
So we see this back nine is playing a lot more difficult for them than the front, which is expected with it being the white course and from the longer tee box. This is hole 17, par 3. You have a double mando with the 2 trees there with the arrows on them. You have to go in between the 2. Once you clear that, you have a clear look at getting the bird. As long as you don't go OB on the cart path or end up in the crap behind the basket.
This is a fun hole for sure. It plays a little closer than the 335.
Yeah, it is slightly downhill.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you don't make the Mandos, though.
That is...
He's double OB. He has to take 2 OB.
Oh, he's gonna ruin the unless he throws it in from the from the drop zone. That's got to turn.
Ooh,
And
look.
the green box, I think, stopped him from going out of bounds.
It did?
And he has not missed the Mando yet.
All right.
Good line, a little low,
A
though.
little low, yeah.
Gets a pretty big skip off of that tree. And we'll give him a long look for the 2.
See here, Josh is lining this up. And go.
Beauty of a line.
Oh,
Just
wow,
needs to
it
stay up.
dropped.
It did. He's about where Wes ended up.
Yeah. It looked like it had the right height and everything, but it just dropped on him.
Berg once again here for Jonathan. That one had some fade to it.
Yeah. The wind. It was the wind.
Come on, Ryan.
Really, from this far?
That one got pushed a little bit by the
Yeah.
wind to the left.
Yeah.
So that's going to end the par streak on the back 9 there for Ryan. Long look here for Wes for the birdie. You hear the wind starting to pick up. And that looked like it dropped him a bit.
Yeah.
Let's see if Josh got the wind read from Wes, and we'll adjust accordingly here. About the same distance. No, dropped him as well, right at the end.
Had the right line, but just...
Yeah, great
Nice
All right.
putt. I mean, he only took 3 throws, so it's kind of like a par still.
No.
All right, I tried.
That's a par.
Okay.
That's a par 2. Or par as well, not a par 2. Because this is a par 3. That's a par as well.
Prodigy does run Prodigy Par 2 events.
They do.
So, and they are the presenting sponsor.
Hopefully not on 335-foot holes, though. I mean, it could be. It could be.
So Ryan dropping one there on hole 17, but as you can see, something catastrophic would have to happen for him to not walk this one in. Hole 18, a par 5, 869 feet, car path on the left-hand side is out of bounds. These players will be approaching a creek here, which comes in at about 460 feet to clear it. Once you clear this creek here, you then proceed on the left-hand side of this fairway where there is a mandatory on the left-hand side of that palm tree that we just passed by, bringing you into this green side here, where, again, out of bounds comes into play right behind the baskets.
I mean, still, it's an easier par 5.
It's been a long round, a long day.
Oh, last hole.
All right, boys, we made
Good
it.
with you guys. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Wonder how many discs Wes has in that deep 9
Good to see you, Mr.
max
Crowe.
one bag.
Always.
No problem.
I carry 28 in mine normally. Big lefty hyzer here for Jonathan Crowe. Playing the safe shot there before the creek.
Yep. Is there a play to go over the creek? I don't.
Not unless you can throw 500 feet. I mean, it's 460 just to clear the back edge.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
That's outstanding. Beautifully placed.
You gotta talk to Wes about throwing these black discs. I can't. They're hard to track. Black and purple.
It's not as bad as last year when we were at Delwood. No, not Delwood. Iron Hill. With no daylight. And that is well past it.
All right. So that is a play. All right.
He's past it by a good 50 feet.
Yeah.
It was just such a casual run-up. I didn't think he was even going for it. And
the roller.
Play. Yeah, I don't know if you remember last year at Iron Hill, Cat Merch, we had a storm delay and Cat Merch was throwing a black driver.
Oh,
in the darkness, basically. Yeah. We're like, every time she threw it, I'm like, I have no idea where that disc went. At least here it's in the daytime.
Yeah, there was one time she threw it was coming right at me.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it until it was like 20 feet in front of me. Another roller.
Back-to-back rollers here, as long as it stays left of the mandatory, which it just passed there.
Wow. Well.
And curls up right next to it. But he is fine. He's made the mandatory. Can he get there from here?
Yes.
Is he trying to? This is put a
too
move
straight.
on it.
It's too straight. He's going to be... Wow, I don't even know if that green is OB or not, but he put it into play.
He's just short of it there. West lining up a roller with that same black disc.
West. These black disc. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, that's a lot of cuts.
That's OB, and I don't think it has enough to come back, does it? Oh, wow.
Stay in.
The hill assist. Okay.
And he sneaks back in, and he loves it.
That's a T-box. He rode the T-box and came back in bounds. Okay. And this is the second shot for Josh.
He's made the Mando, big forehand. Get down under it.
Oh, gets knocked down by the trees. He was definitely trying to go for the eagle there.
Oh, he was going to get there for sure. He might have been long.
No, I don't think it would have been long.
He's an animal. You've seen what he's done. Just threw a 515-foot tee shot.
But this approach shot, you have to be very touchy coming in with that OBC being so close to the basket.
Ryan here with his third, just needs to approach softly as the wind starts to pick up here. You can see moving it left to right, but well inside the circle.
He's a Jacksonville native. He's used to that wind. He read it perfectly.
Berg approach here for Jonathan. Beauty.
Oh wow, under the basket.
Really nice to see the bounce back that Jonathan had on this back nine. Where everybody else kind of struggled their way along, he really stepped up on the back nine and had a strong showing to close it out. Have a couple of cleanups here.
West for the birdie.
Taking advantage there, coming back in bounds on that roller. Making the putt. You see people starting to gather here as everybody was closing out their rounds. Birdie as well. We'll have the drop in a birdie. And Ryan Perkins completes the star frame and brings home the victory for the second year in a row at this event.
Premier champion, Mr. Perkins.
Big congratulations to Ryan Perkins. Let's step aside here and we will have a short interview with Ryan Perkins. Hi everybody, you just saw the final round here at the 2022 Premier A-Tier event, NADGT here in Jacksonville, New World. You took it down 3 rounds. What are you feeling right now, having taken down this tournament?
So, a lot of feeling of relief. I'm also feeling, feelings of vengeance inside because I went to Austin last year and really just did not give my best showing. I feel like I have a lot left to prove. Putting really let me down, and just overall, just to travel that far and kind of go through some remedial mistakes that kind of re-solidified some lessons that I learned over the years, kind of like makes me hungry again to come out here. And I just really tried to not push the gas too hard. I know the course really well. I know where to be and where not to be. So just trying to let the shots give me what they're gonna give me, and try to capitalize on good breaks, capitalize when I get close, and when I'm not close enough to attack, just take my medicine, try to make it stress-free.
Yeah, play smart.
Yeah.
So we had a little bit of a change up here. Saturday was supposed to be 2 rounds, but because of the rain, it got shortened to the 1 round. So you guys had 2 rounds today.
Yeah.
Any change in the mental preparation coming in, knowing you had to do 2 rounds today?
No, it was kind of just knowing that the first 2 rounds weren't about how many birdies you can make immediately. It was just about not giving anything back to the course. I didn't really change my approach so much, just 2 rounds on Sunday instead of Saturday. I guess thinking about finishing your final round after having already have a round played, you really do have to think about not pushing too much, because you're getting tired, you're starting to your fatigue levels up a little bit, so that you think you're going to pull off that shot, but sometimes the old eyes are bigger than the arm kind of thing.
Yeah, well, obviously you get paid entry now into Austin, so anything stopping you from heading out there and trying to take it down?
Not a single thing. No, I've got plenty of passion and vengeance left headed to Austin, Texas for sure. But I want to tell you guys, thank you too for hustling around and being there and putting us on film and hustling and doing your thing. So.
No problem at all. So, congratulations once again, your 2022 NADGT Premier A-Tier winner here at Jacksonville New World, Mr. Ryan Perkins.
Well, I'd like to thank Bullet Disc Golf. Dan and Glenn have always been very supportive of me. CJ Webb with Doja Designs dyes some really gnarly plastic. Just check him out. And other than that, just friends and family. Everybody that supports me back home and sends me those texts that you don't think I read, but I do, and I really appreciate it. Other than that, just much love, everybody, for sure.
There you go. Big congratulations again to Ryan Perkins taking it down once again here at New World. A big thank you to everybody for checking this out. We are Ace Run Productions on YouTube. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Ace Run Pro. Thank you to the staff again at New World for the incredible venue and just an outstanding weekend. Big thank you to Dave Fehlberg and the NADGT for having us out for this event. Of course, thank you to Prodigy and Zanfel for playing such a huge role in this event. And our Patreon family, thank you so much for the love and support. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. And from us at Ace Run Productions, as always, let's run it.
We out.